Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Beards and Board Games with me, Georgie. Today I'm going to be reviewing King of Tokyo. It's a 2 to 6 player game. It lasts about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, depending on how many players. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at King of Tokyo. So guys, as I said, this is King of Tokyo, Richard Garfield. You might know him from doing Magic the Gathering. It's not very rules heavy, as you can see. There's only a couple of pages there. This is the board. Not much of a board really. Believe it or not, you actually only use one space unless you're playing with 5 to 6 players, so sometimes you got to wonder if it's needed, but it kind of gives you instructions on what to do. Okay, so I'm not going to go in every rule, but I'll go through the components. These are the character cards. As you can see, you can change your hit points. Everyone starts off with 10 hit points, and once you die, you die. The aim of the game is to get to 20 victory points. That's one of my favorite. That's probably my favorite guy, Mecha Dragon. You always have. These are a range of power cards. Every game we'd have 3 laid out beside the board like so. They all have a cost, as you can see. 5 energy, 4 energy, 3 energy. Tells you what to do there, like this one here. When you attack, deal 1 extra damage, you keep that card. So that's every time. This is another one, Telepath. When you keep this card, spend 1 energy to get 1 extra reroll. So that's a really good card. Here's another one, 3 energy, a Herd Curler. Keep. You can change one of your dice to a 1 each turn. Maybe not so great, but it might come in handy if you want to, you know, score some victory points or whatever. Here are the energy cubes, which you would have in a pool beside the board, so that people could just pick them up and spend them when they wish. You can also get your characters underneath here. So there's my favourite one there, Mecha Dragon. Also like the King. All very close to certain movies, but not close enough that you could sue, I guess, or get copyright. This is, I guess, the main component of the game. The dice. Now, each player will get 6 dice. Now, on their dice roll, they'll get to roll. Now, you're rolling for, you know, just give you an example of a roll. So I want to keep them. You can then re-roll again if you wish. Okay, so I'll keep that, and then I can get one more roll if I wish. Now I could re-roll some out there, but I don't want to, and I'll keep the healing, and oh, look at that, I got another 3. That's a good roll. So I'll explain what the dice do. So the numbers on them, there's 1, 2s and 3s. If you get 3s, so I had, as you can see, I had 4 3s there, but if you got 3 3s, you get 3 points, and for every 3 you added on after that, you get another point. Dropping dice everywhere, sorry. Same for the 2s and the 1s, but for, you know, so for every 3 2s you rolled, you would get 2 points, and then for every 2 after that you would get an extra 1 point. These are punches, which you would use to hit somebody that's either in Tokyo, or if you're in Tokyo you would use it to hit everyone else on the outside. And these are energies, and that's what you can keep to gain the energy to then spend on the cards that I described before. And I think that's about it, apart from the healing. Now, healing's really handy, but the only thing I would say is when you're in Tokyo, which also I forgot to mention, when you go in you gain 1 victory point. When you stay in after everyone else had a go and it goes back to your turn, you get 2 victory points. But every time somebody hits you, you can choose to flee if you wish. But the one thing about when it comes to your turn is if you're still in Tokyo, you can't heal in Tokyo. So these, anytime you roll these, you may as well keep them. But if you're outside Tokyo, you can heal as much as you want, obviously just up to 10. Now, let's go and have a look at what I thought. So everyone, what did I think of King of Tokyo overall? I thought it was a really great game, really fun, really fast paced. I like how the dice constantly going round and people are trying to get energy or trying to gain health, or trying to hit people in Tokyo, or if you're in Tokyo trying to hit everyone outside. Just a really fun game. Couple of things that let it down for me though: the power dice, not enough opportunity to use them.
There's a couple of cards in there that let you add them to your dice roll. I think it'd be good if there was maybe another rule. Spend 4 energy to add it to your dice roll for that turn. Just something so that everyone can sort of be on even par with it, rather than it just being somebody who gets the card and adds it to their dice pool forever. Sorry. Other thing is, it says 2 to 6 player. Much better 3 to 6 player, even 4 to 6 player. But 3 is alright, but 2 is just kind of turns into a beat 'em up match. Can be quite boring because it's very easy to keep track of where people are. Other than that, I really like the game. But you've been watching another episode of Beards and Board Games with Georgie. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and even comment down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you guys later.